subscribe. I forgot to do the last thing. thing I forgot to bring up too. Fucking dare fall. Stupid stand. Okay, good for now. Okay, I forgot to bring this up. Why is the model frozen? I swear. Everything doesn't go according to plan ever with me. Well, we're almost done anyway. Might as well. Okay, now if I can get this thing up, and if I can figure out why my model is frozen again. Alright, I gotta restart that or something. Technology. I hate it. Sometimes, and it hates me a lot. Alright, well, let's float up here. What's up, people? It's your boy Dark. We are here. We are alive. A little later than I intended. Shit kinda happened on my end. Story of my fucking life. Story of my literal life. Shit happens. But we're here now. Why is the chat not loading up? There it goes. Okay. Let me see. Make sure that there we go. Okay, thing's working now. Alright. Let me adjust myself as we get sorted here. As I was saying, we're back with Counterside. We're doing more Swan song. Finding out more about this bitch, apparently from her alternate world where it got blown up, I guess, from a demon lord. Which demon lord? We'll find out. Though I think they established it was the puppet one. I don't know. Anyway, I want to get at least one more act done today. September 25th, 1888, London. Something underground temple. Oh, that's a new one. Let us pray. Pray that our unworthiness will be transformed into meaningfulness through this ritual. Pray for the magnum opus. As the veil covering the assembly of heaven has been drawn, let the soul become one with God. The small and big world unite. Let the two halves of men and women join together, and the selfless and selfish bond. Self and selfless bond. Okay. We got a cult of corrupt... As you instructed, I delivered the statement to the police and the media. Good work. I ask one thing. Though I don't doubt the Ravenger, was it necessary to leave clues behind like this? Someone will start following them. No matter. Symbols have significant importance in rituals. The killings may seem like nothing, but it'll take on a greater meaning. The ignorant public will be in awe. The negative emotions and the manifestation of the collective unconsciousness will turn the impossible into reality. With my final masterpiece, a symbol called the Midnight Killer, that is. So the Midnight Killer's tied into a cult? Who would have thought? Same time at the Royal Opera House. This is where the curtain call ends. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming tonight to see our performance. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting to see you all again if fate allows it. Blue, you were great tonight, Swan. Thanks, Mary Jane. Are you putting away the curio used on the backstage? Do you want some help? No, you should rest while you can. Plus, this is what I was hired to do. All that's left is putting back the mirror and the megaphone. Besides that, I saw him in the audience tonight as well. You know, that handsome gentleman? Yeah. He said he was a fan of yours. Guess he's really into you, huh? He's been sending you fan letters with the royal stamps all the time, so he must be a noble, right? They say it's always the quiet ones, and it turns out they're right. You were always saying to me that you weren't interested in dating anyone. But how did you, Satch, such a fine gentleman? Mind telling me how you two met? Then again, you are the most popular prima donna in London. I'm sure your standards of men are pretty high. It's not like that! And she runs away like the girl she is. What on earth were you thinking? What's wrong? Are you seriously that oblivious? Why are you coming to see me perform every night? If you need help with your investigation, just call me quietly after the show. Don't you know how important reputation is to an actress? The entire theater is already spreading rumors. That's what you were talking about. But didn't I say I am your fan? What's the problem with paying good money to see my favorite actress perform? Oh, by the way, tonight's performance was excellent as usual. Panorama, was it? I still can't believe you can change your appearance in an instant every time you change your roles. A theater that the royal family provides crucio to is truly on another level. Crucio, what? Of course, your outstanding acting was the star of the show. Enough with the flattery. I feel like a fool when I talk to you. Extra, extra, read all about it. Strand Papers has obtained a statement by the Midnight Killer. For just 5 shillings, you can read about the Midnight Killer's warning of his next crime. Tonight, prepare in advance to avoid getting slashed by the Midnight Killer. Now even murderers are sending statements? What has the world become? Wait, is this real? The women who fell victim to the Midnight Killers are actually... Hey, can I get a copy? I was wondering when you'd come, Swan. I kept a copy for you just in case. Who is this gentleman? Oh, this man? Don't worry about him. He's just one of my employees. I heard a lot about you. You've been providing Our Lady with a copy of the newspaper every day, right? Thank you for that. Sure. You and your sly tongue. The Midnight Killer statement is on the front page. Let's see here. Dear boss, I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't catch me just yet. I had a good laugh about the joke with the black armor. It'll be difficult for me to run while wearing something like that. I just despise those supernaturals. My killings won't stop until I find and cut every last one of those filthy marks. Good luck. Yours truly, the Midnight Killer. This is pathetic. A lowly criminal justifying his actions of murder as if he's doing something extraordinary. Oh, so in this case, their equivalent of Jack the Ripper is killing people that are counters. Okay. Like this is gonna scare anyone. I agree. But the public doesn't seem to see it the way we do. So, isn't it about time you told me? What are you talking about? Again with playing dumb. You said to me that our world will end or something if we don't stop the Midnight Killer. Oh, that's what you were talking about. None of it makes sense in the first place. Do you know how many poor people die or go missing every day in London? Yet the world goes on regardless of who dies. I do think that it's unfortunate that innocent supernaturals are being brutally murdered. But for what? But so what? For me, my life as an actress is far more important than that. So don't you think I at least have the right to know why you're wasting my time? Wasting time? I'm glad you can see it like that. But that is not always the case, Swan. What do you mean? After solving countless cases, there's one thing I've come to realize. It is that within the invisible threads of destiny, our fates are always intertwined by a bright red thread. The thing that seems unrelated at first glance gets tangled together in an event. My job is to thoroughly investigate and identify them. Your job? You said it yourself. The world will continue to be fine even if London's poor go missing. Do you really think the Midnight Killer's murders have nothing to do with you? You're absolutely sure of this? Above all else, isn't the fact that you and I met like this excellence rebuttal? That's purely because you're nosy. Being nosy is part of my job description. Put it simply, the serial killings have been happening in the city can be seen as some sort of ritual. A ritual? Yes, I believe it is a ritual to summon something into this world. But this world has already reached a certain critical point. Much like a cup of water. The surface tension is precariously keeping the water from spilling, but it can overflow at any moment. You're being too abstract. What's the critical point you're talking about? Then, how about I give you an example that's more intuitive to understand? For instance, monsters outside of the kingdom have been getting stronger for several years now. With each passing year, the supply of mana stones gradually decreases. Also, the unknown toxic gas getting thicker is another proof. And trying to bring something into our world that is already at this critical point will force our world into an irreversible end. It's nonsense. So you're telling me that you dragged me into this because it was some superstition? Superstition, you say? Well, to you, I don't think if it matters if it is or isn't. What's important to you is this, right? And give me a memento. I'm just doing a thing quick. The photo. The way you ask is so distasteful. Perhaps it is. But please forgive my rudeness. My time is running out. Time? Now, let's start investigating. From now on, I want you to memorize all of the investigation process without missing any detail. This man. I'm sure he's thinking of me as nothing more than a fancy notepad. What are you doing? I already got us a carriage. If you don't hurry, you'll be walking all the way to our destination. Coming, I'm coming! Let her come through the first ordeal to me, as she will be as silver. September 26, 1888, London, Whitechapel, midnight. I don't really remember clearly because it's been about a month. Oh yes, there was writing next to the corpse in the chalk. Now, what was it? A part of the body was cut from the corpse with what looked like a sharp blade. As for the second victim I saw... At night, I saw a large person wearing black armor. I looked away for a second and no one was there. I'm telling you the truth, I know what I saw! Moors? The sun is about to rise. Let's end our investigation here for tonight. Then, shall we try to summarize the information we've collected so far? Please make it as clear as possible, Swan. I also want to end this quickly. Ahem. The two incidents committed by the Midnight Killer have a few commonalities. One is a sharp metal blade was used. Another is that certain parts of the body were mutilated. Also, there was a writing of some sort left behind on the scene. Not bad. That's enough of an overview. Could you summarize the victims this time? The first victim was Mary Anna Nicholas, who worked at a hat shop. 17 years old, born on June 30th, had her chest mutilated. According to the witness statement, the writing left on the scene was, "Let her come through the first ordeal to me, and she will be as silver." Well, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. And our second victim was a housewife named Honey Chapman. 21 years old, born on July 23rd. Her right knee was severely damaged. The writings read, "Go ahead through the second ordeal, for she will be sturdy like lead." Well, that should be all the important things. Alright, wonderful memory you got. So, did you find anything? You're not going to say that you don't know after making a prima donna act as your assistant, right? Course not. I think I know why the Midnight Killer's mutilating corpses, at least. I'll call that a bluff. I'll call that bluff. With just a few statements, how could you... It's elementary, my dear Swan. Try to remember what the statement the Midnight Killer said before we got here. Statement? Yes. The statement said that he was after supernaturals, and that he would find and cut out their marks. You should also know that the meaning of the marks... You should also know the meaning of the marks, since you're also a supernatural. Of course I do. Supernaturals each obtain a mark of their own. It's the mark that grants them their powers. For me, that mark is this pocket watch. It was something my grandfather left me when I was little. But at the time, I didn't know it was a mark. Yes. It's known that people receive their marks naturally in their own way. So, what does the mark have to do with the case? He can't cut off my pocket watch. Wait, cut off? Could it be? While solving various cases, I learned something about supernaturals. There are some, like you, who get special powers by coming into contact with an object. And there are also those who had marks suddenly appear on their bodies. Then that means the Midnight Killer is mutilating the victims' corpses to attain the marks that appear on their bodies? Yes, I'm glad you understand quickly. If we approach it like that, the writings he left can be seen from a different perspective. A different perspective? Like what? Shouldn't my explanation thus far be enough? How about you use your brain this time? I knew it. Alright, you don't think I could do it? The first ordeal. She will be as silver. The second ordeal. She will be sturdy as lead. The ordeals aren't the results, they're the process. And if the results are silver and lead... I get it now! Those writings refer to a certain process. The Midnight Killer is collecting marks of the victims according to a certain order. Okay, and certain or yeah, I mean that makes it look more like a ritual in this case. Really does sell the point if it's a ritual, if this is what they're doing. And just give me a moment, I'm multitasking again. So, what's the next one going to be? Gold or something? Or copper? Yes. Is that why you said it was like a ritual? Silver and lead. If I could find a metaphor that uses those two as keywords, maybe we could stop the Midnight Killer before he commits another murder. Haha! That is correct. I knew you showed potential. My eyes are never wrong. Again with your nonsense. I'm not happy at all to be praised by a blackmailer like you, and yet you're smiling. There is one thing we need to think about in advance before finding out this procedure is. That is the route to obtain information. A route to obtain information? In London, supernaturals are both hated and feared. Due to the Shadow incident, the public sees them as walking time bombs. But those people didn't obtain special powers because they wanted to, so they have no choice but to hide it. And the Midnight Killer already has all the information he needs about those hiding their special powers. I see. The Midnight Killer is targeting victims who fit the procedure. And the victims are supernaturals with marks on their bodies. In the end, the key will be in how the Midnight Killer obtained information about his target. And that is the key part, isn't it? How does he do that? Being able to see that far in such a short period of time with only bits of information, it angers me. But I have to admit this. You're really good at what you do. Even if you are an odd one to waste such talents on trivial matters. Didn't I say? It's my job to thoroughly investigate and identify things, no matter the case. There also comes a time when everyone faces their own work. Remember, Swan, the most fearful thing in the world is not knowing what you want. I thought it was the unknown, but okay. Interesting spin, I get. Oh, hold on, it froze. Why did the game... Okay, there we go. Back to the present, I think. Chambers Underground Grand Dimensional Crevice has actively been studied since the early days of the Counterside event. Alright. Who am I fighting? Lee? Interesting. I'm fighting Lee, huh? Interesting. Well, you're not obviously going to be the first. Actually, hold on. Since I'm fighting a single target, hey, you know what? She wouldn't be a bad choice. Dragon Boy, Rivet. Let's do it. Back in the present day, Administration Direct and Control City, Chamber. Also known as France. Sarah Sky Lifting Company. Grand Dimensional Crevice Elevator 4D. The elevator's been inspected and placed. You all know, right? The recommended stay time is 24 hours. Descend. Elevator going down. Well, this is incredible. A dive using an elevator instead of a dimensional ship. Ha! I heard you were ground one, but I guess you're a rookie, huh? Grand Dimensional Crevice is unlike those of other cities. It's located deep underground. Also, it's hard for something as massive as a dimensional ship to enter this place. It's similar to the one in Front Bay. I heard they have to use a special dimensional ship to dive into the Grand Dimensional Crevice. Front Bay, huh? Oh yeah, right, that is that thing, isn't it? Changed a few things. Again, I'm multitasking, so forgive me on this. Getting sidetracked or anything. Ah, my fucking back. Alright. Oh, come to think of it, you're right. Anyway, due to the underground Grand Dimensional Crevice, the Counterside's expedition in Chamber is developed in a unique way. That's why we tend to form expedition teams smaller than that of Task Force. You'll be safe as long as you stay on the floors that have already been explored a lot. Of course, it's an entirely different case if you go below the 3rd floor. What happens if I go below the 3rd floor? Yeah, don't get too scared already. Just once. I got off on the 3rd floor because the elevator broke down. You see, the lowest part this elevator can go is the 3rd floor. Our team has an engineer and we tried to fix the elevator, but we failed to do it. We had no choice but to walk through the darkness to reach the other elevator that was going up. And? They all died, except me, who was the guide. What? You're just trying to scare me, right? It's true. Category 3 appeared. Didn't you sign the waiver before boarding the elevator? The company isn't liable for anything that happens to the exploration team. But there's none to worry about. 2nd floor is known as the Grail Lands of Shangri-La. It's a place that I know like the back of my hand. Oh, that's reassuring. Shangri-La, huh? Descent complete. Now, let's go make some money, young... What did you do that for? Don't worry, it was a shallow cut. Are you kidding me? Even a small cut is fatal down here. This wound is exposed to the corruption way. Yeah, you're right. So, if you wish to live, you best listen to me. Because you're not a counter. Swan? You're Swan from Charlotte, right? What are you doing here? Why am I here is none of your concern. The only thing you should be concerned about is taking me deeper. Deeper? You talking about the limit? Point of descent, the 5th floor? I can't do that! No one's returned from the 5th floor alive! I know that. According to my research, the lift to the 5th floor has been out of commission for years. But even if it wasn't broken, I wouldn't have used it anyway. Because going down in that will attract more attention than necessary. That's why you deliberately... Yes, I chose the lift that was most easily accessible. And also you, the easiest person I could find. This elevator only goes to the 3rd floor. Whoa! Don't test me. You said it yourself that the lift broke down on the 3rd floor, and you had to go back using another one. That implies that each floor has a lift connected to each other. Even if that's the case, it's impossible to go down to the 5th floor! That's suicide! It doesn't have to be the 5th floor. I just need to find the point where the grand dimensional crevice and the normal side interfere with each other the strongest. So please, lead me the way to the 4th floor. The 4th floor? Alright. Instead, ensure my safety. You can do that much, right? Very well. Until your services end, I guarantee your safety. See, that's the kin there. Until your services end. Damn it. I can see the Ethereum shield running out significantly. Hey, Swan, it's been hours since we've been on the 1st floor. What are you even looking for? Stop. I think this isn't such a bad point. This will make it the 4th one. It was relatively easy to complete, because Sharded's grand dimensional fissure is accessible to ordinary people. A piece of glass suddenly disappeared into thin air? What did you do? I'm performing a ritual, one that will summon something from the other world. Another world? Something from another world? Wait, the corruption ray detector. That's set to only go off when the sea level is above 3? So what the hell? It's coming this way! Get back. A high category C go down with a single strike? What are you? Are you really the Swan that I know? Well, doesn't everyone choose an appropriate mask when dealing with other people? Let's say it's something similar. Because it's easier to get what I want if I play the role of others expect. The mysterious actress, a genius scripter, international terrorist, the administration's secret agent, and a servant of evil. I don't know which mask you expect me to wear, but no matter the mask, I'm still me. These are all the choices I have made. And to you, I just don't feel the necessity to act in front of you. I don't understand. A fruitless conversation. Shouldn't you be more concerned about yourself right now? A nosebleed? Ah! Seeing how you're vomiting blood, your intestinal organs have finally been damaged. This is a semi-hyperdepth area with sea levels between 3 and 4. Even if you have some remaining Ethereum shield, it's probably because your wounds have been exposed to an environment like this. Wait! You promised that you guaranteed my safety if I guided you down here! Yes, I did say that. But I didn't say that I'd help you out when you couldn't move. What? I'm like this because of you! Well, I can say the same to the... Can you say the same thing to the colleagues you killed as well? What did you say? You shot your colleagues, used the injured as bait to flee a Category 3, didn't you? How do you know that? It doesn't matter how I obtain this information. Now, get back up on your feet by yourself. If another CO appears, I'll keep you safe. But only until you get back onto the lift yourself. God damn it! You think I can't do it? Do you know what I did to survive this far? I'll show you. I can do it! We'll see if you can, man. Very well. I'll match your pace. After all, even background characters like you need an audience. The D4 elevator will arrive soon. I mean 4D, yes. Huh? What happened to the lifter you were with? He's dead. A CO appeared out of the blue and... that guy was a veteran. It's sad to see him go. Now, brighten up. You're bound to see a few bodies in this line, O'Rourke. The lifter who's dead is dead, but the bill still must be settled. Now, there are only 2 locations left. Then, considering the schedule of the next shoot... Yes. So now you show your face. I've been waiting for you, copycat. Here's Lee. You are? Your fooling around ends here. Give up. Lee Juso. From the looks of it, the blonde monkey I put to keep an eye on you is no longer with you. That means, like Commander said, a change in the world that ordinary people can't be perceived has occurred. And if that change is something insignificant, you wouldn't be going through all the world's grand dimensional crevices doing suspicious activities. How surprising. Given Commander's personality, he said that I wouldn't be targeted while I worked as an actress. Didn't imagine I'd be ambushed like this behind the stage. That eye. The eye that sees through fate. Did you figure out who I was with that? Yes. Whoever you try to pretend to be, your past will never be erased like a band of fire. Like a band by fire, whatever. Not then, not even now. It's as if you see through everything. Of course. When I see your past, I can guess as what you're up to. Swan, Claire, no. That's odd. If you knew that much, then why didn't you give First Wing a notice in advance? If First Wing heard about my past through you, she wouldn't have gone down so easily. This eye is different from what you think it is. It doesn't allow me to see or not see at will. As always. You're awkward with excuses, Juso. A woman who's too honest is not attractive. That's nonsense. I may not have an eye like yours, but I have a suspicion about your reasons. May I take a guess? In the end, it means that Six Wings solidarity is only to that extent. For the commander does control all the information himself. But even if so, nothing will change. You will go down here. And I will follow him until the end. You're right. You might see clearly into others' fates, but you can't see through your own, which is nearly transparent. Then, allow me to give you a slight spoiler for the future out of respect of being a former comrade. Your loyalty will never be repaid. I was about to say, what the hell? I know I got summoned. And here comes Dragon Boy as well. Didn't even need my bunny girl to come out. My other bunny girl, I mean. What? What on earth happened here a few hours ago? Looks like a dimensional storm passed by here. Hey, how are you going to take responsibility for what happened here? The power room is destroyed, rendering all the elevators in Zone 4 inoperable. Calm down. Chamber City Management is doing its best to clarify the situation. Calm down? Did you just tell me to calm down? We are a lift company that has an official partnership with Chamber City Management. And you're telling me to believe that a single terrorist caused all this commotion? Do you know what percentage of our elevator rent review the administration takes from us each year? As I said, the city management is doing its best. Response team, do you copy? We found a lead. Return to HQ immediately. What? Return to HQ when you found a lead? A message was found at the scene. We believe it is to be the method of an international terrorist group the administration has been pursuing for several years. So, the administration counter-terrorist investigation team will take on the case from here. So, the response team is ordered to return to HQ. Meanwhile, Administration Delect Control City, Sharadade. We got Swan there, and the billboard, new thing. Hello? This is Skinner of the Canary Squad. Excuse me? Who is this again? Please hold, I'll get him for you. I think you need to take this, boss. Okay, so this is happening during that. Sounds like someone very important. My apologies for calling at such a late hour, Supreme Administrator. Ah, you must be the senior of Sharadade, or whatever the hell you pronounce it as. Again, France. I forgot Chambers, not France. This is France. Yes, this is Richard Reiner, whatever. I heard the news. It seems your employees were involved in some unfortunate events at the Gauntlet. Results over rules. It's a disease that has plagued Charlotte for decades, in return for rapid development. But I must say, it was quite unexpected of you to hire grade 3 citizens. Should you have been aiming for results in the Gauntlet, your other employees would have been more than sufficient. I assume you don't plan on taking action for the Malastance or whatever. Afraid not. Primary because I respect the unwritten law of the ruling class. But more so ever, I consider the League to be a good opportunity for you to prove your abilities. And why should I be proving something at all? All these years, you've been taking care of everything in the dark. That is an undeniable fact. But instead of staying in the dark, you decide to come forward. Controlling everything from behind the curtain and being a leader of the people are extremely different. So show us you possess the ability to do so. Should you succeed, you will earn respect from all of us. I'll consider it. Thank you, Supreme Administrator. I wish you good luck and farewell. My apologies for keeping you waiting. I won't stop you if you wish to stay quiet. But do remember that among the people you've killed, there's also my men from the multinational coalition force. I have no intention of sending you off to prison unharmed. So let's continue this investigation, terrorist. You have to be kidding me. Okay, so she's actually Charladade's secret agent. And she's infiltrated Six Wings years ago and has been feeding you confidential info about us? Correct. It has been an operation that has been in works for years. Swan gave us intel that Six Wings will appear at the end of the Quaffle game. As a result, we were able to capture you. This has gotta be a joke. Hey, mister. Do you really believe what you just told me? We knew from the beginning that she would be against us. But do you know why we didn't just get rid of her? That's because we thought that our interests aligned until the Quaffle game ended. What do you mean? You still don't get it? What she did in Six Wings was collect information. It was the perfect role for her, as she was the only one of us who could show her face out in the public. At the same time, she was also in charge of concealing her members' whereabouts from being exposed to the administration. Look, man. You said that you got information about us through that haughty woman, right? I don't know. High and mighty. You bitch. Anyway. Give me a memento, doing a thing again. So at least we're finally getting, the information about what this interrogation was. Which I do appreciate. No, made my bad. I love how she's just like, look, man, you've been played twice. Man. Really is amusing when you come down to this shit. Now that's done with. But from our perspective, we knew all about the administration situation through her too. Now, what do you think that means? Nonsense. Warden, increase the output of the mind jammer to the maximum. Gah. Damn it. Could you turn that noisy thing off? My head is ringing like crazy. If you're trying to tear us apart, you better stop, terrorist. We all know that your ability is brainwashing. I already told you I don't. When will you get it through your thick skull? Fine, whatever. Let me ask you one last question. The location where that woman and I met after the quaffle game. Anything is fine. Did she ever tell you what that place is? Place? But I must ask, Six Wings is a terrorist organization that the administration has been after for years. But how are you able to lure a member to the remote place so easily? What was the information that even Six Wings wanted so badly? It seems you've forgotten, Richard. Our deal was that I provide intelligence on Six Wings and you cover up my activities behind the scenes. Whatever secrets we have, didn't we agree not to ask each other about them? Forget it. She obviously didn't tell you a thing. Because it's also something she hid from us until the end, too. You're so slow. I'll tell you one last thing, so listen up. You are all being toyed with by her. You idiots. Mr. Richards, Chamber City Management's on the line. Chamber? What is it? They're not certain, but it seems like a member of Six Wings' activity has been sighted. A cryptic message was left behind at the scene. What did you say? A few hours later, Platina Group Branch 3rd Lab, Old Jetri Biotech Pharmaceutical Research Institute. How unusual that you contact me first. So what's so urgent that you had to call me at this late hour, Doctor? Northern Union, huh? It's been a while. I need a test bed for a test subject. A test bed? Does that mean the Northern Union's test of weaponizing COs was a success? Correct. Although it still needs verification. I thought you might be interested. Since you are the one who secretly secured the fallen Jeturi's laboratories, let me see the product first. He's called Harvester. He's a CO that understands human language and can learn. Harvester? A CO that can communicate with humans? How's that even possible? The rest is confidential, so I can't go into details. Our goal is to secure empirical data in a variety of situations. As you know, the place we are in is extremely closed off. You're saying you need data outside of the lab. If I decline, are you going to hand over the product to another company? Of course. Securing data is more important than money for us. Give me some time to think about it, Doctor. Even if so, handling a CO is too risky. At least... Yes. You at least have some security measures procured, right? Of course. His role is to be a soldier. Rejecting the role is forbidden on the siege we call fate. Interesting line there. I do like it. Very well, Miss Swan. I expect a heart-fluttering performance as if waiting for a spring breeze. Now then, camera number 3, ready. Camera 4, ready. Oh, that's nice. They did the motions. Great work today, Miss Swan. Sponsors are over the moon. I think they're already considering using you as their exclusive model. Yep. Remembering Mary. Manager. Stop making a fuss and tell me my next schedule. Oh, right. Hold on just a moment. Let me see here. You have a drama filming at 3 o'clock, then a meeting with the director, reviewing the script for the contest. Rearrange all appointments scheduled after 7 p.m. I must head to G Stadium today. Huh? G Stadium? Are you gonna watch the game? Are you sure? Those stupid reporters might start lumping you in with Ryler again. It's fine. I'm used to scandals like that. There's somebody else that I really want to meet. Someone you want to meet? This is an important call. Could I have some privacy? I'm using the British voice for her again. God damn it. That's fine. What is it? I'm working. I remember insisting that we avoid contact as much as possible. Swan, where were you last night? You're suddenly acting like my manager. I believe I sent you my schedule already. I'm aware that you had something in Chamber. I heard there was also commotion at Chamber, which you happened to be at. What kind of commotion? There was a problem with the Grand Dimensional Crevice elevator beneath Chamber. Though there's no casualties, the elevator was out of commission during the power outage. I'm relieved to hear that no one was hurt. So, I appreciate you worrying for me, but I don't believe we are that close, are we? Don't be mistaken. What's strange is that a mysterious paper containing a message was left behind at the scene. Past the third ordeal, she will become like tin that does not rust. That is what was written. I'm sure you know about this method, no? Alright. So this is why you contacted me. There's only one organization that claims to be a secret society while taking such ostentatious actions. After all, I did stage it like that. Yes, in truth, this isn't information known to the public. The administration's investigation team believes it is the work of Six Wings, considering the previous cases. It was a trap that took advantage of biased thinking. A message is left behind whenever Six Wings' actions are cited. By staging it as such, it was possible to hide the members' whereabouts in critical situations. I'm aware that your role in infiltrating Six Wings was to collect and conceal information. Then, why did the Six Wings leave a message left behind this time? Do you have any idea why they're targeting Chamber's Grand Dimensional Crevice elevator? Well, as I told you already, I don't know much about Six Wings' ultimate goal. I believe the same goes for the other members as well. No one in Six Wing completely understands Nal Yubi's true intentions except him. But one thing is clear, they will use any and all means for the greater good. I'll change my question. Then, what does the message that you left behind mean? Can you guess anything from this message? Richard Weiner, are you doubting me right now? I'm merely asking to confirm. However, an incident that is presumed to be the actions of Six Wings happened at the time when you were there. So I don't think it's strange to ask advice from someone who infiltrated Six Wings, no? I'm grateful that you gave me an identity several years ago when I was just an exile. Oh, so you know she's an exile. Interesting. However, I believe that debt has been fully repaid. I don't know what you heard while interrogating First Wing, but Since I've betrayed them already, they will continue to come after me. The only reason I'm able to stay safe is because I hide behind the name of a famous actress. Also, wealth and fame are but a mere fleeting moment in charade, whatever. I'm sure you know this better than I do, right? As a senior? Very well. I apologize for unintentionally asking you a rude question. There's only one thing I can tell. There's no special meaning behind the message. Leaving a public message was an important trap for attracting attention. At least, that was the case when I left them. I don't know what it means now. Then, I'll hang up. Swan Claire. I knew from the beginning that she'd be against us. But do you know why we didn't get rid of her? It's because we thought our interests aligned until the Quaffle game ended. Is she an ally or an enemy? Can I trust her or not? I can't figure out this woman. However, there's no harm in being careful. What is it, sir? Give me everything on Swan Claire's schedule. Swan Claire? The actress Swan Claire? Yes. Don't ask questions. If you find anything odd or if she acts suspiciously, report to me immediately. You are doubting me. I see. But your role is to be a loyal soldier. And soldiers are bound by procedures and rules. Look. You are absent from the city following a useless rule on prisoner transfers, aren't you? So, when you do realize something, the story will already reach an irreversible point. Richard Weiner. Rainer, whatever the fuck you say it as. A few hours later, Administration, Direct Kroll City, Charlotte G Stadium. And this is when she interflees with that. There, take her photo now! Excuse me, coming through, I'm a reporter. Move aside, please! What's going on? Are they here to take pictures of us? From the looks of it, they don't care who we are. They're all off towards that direction. Maybe someone famous has come to see the match. Let's go take a peek. Maybe it's the president of Alphatrix? I don't think she's got the time to come all this way. Look there, the reporters are all gathered over there. Huh? And that's when that scene happened. Swan, please tell us about your newest movie. Do you have anything to say about the scandal between you and the Gauntlet player that was recently in court? You didn't attend the award ceremony for this year's leading female actress. Why's that? Noelle Wright. It seems you met a new person on a new stage with a new role. That person is... the Wolf. Her wounds from the Quaffle game still fully haven't healed. The sole survivor of the Northern Union space expedition. Codename... Kuryadvika. What? Is that... It's the child from the Charlotte Scandal's witness stand. The owner of code case number 88, Zoomledge. Louise... Lorenzi. The woman the wicked Gauntlet player River is obsessed with. Yes, her name is Malene Skinner. And... remember, Swan, the most fearful thing in this world is not knowing what you want. Swan, why are you smiling? Is it related to the question I asked? Wait, aren't those people over there playing for the qualifiers? You there, mister, what's your relationship with Swan? Now I know. Now I see what I want, clearly. There's only one way to revert all their stories to the beginning. They're running away! Get after them! Swan, why did you come to see today's match? Is there a team you're rooting for? Were you always interested in the Gauntlet? No, not really. However, I've taken an interest just now. And back to her past as... Okay, truth is, without falsehood, certainty and most true. That which is above is like to be what is below, and what is like to be below is what will be above. It accomplishes the miracles, to accomplish the miracles of one thing. So reverse polarity bullshit, got it. September 30th, 1888, London at the Whitechapel. Come in. Sister, what brings you here? You wish to use paranormal outside of the theater? Are you mad? Taking out the Royal Crystal without permission is a serious crime! It'll be fine. Hasn't your personal staff, Mary Jane, taken the entire day off? It wouldn't be a problem if we take one out quietly and return it before anyone notices. That's so reckless. This is my career on the line. If someone sees me, it won't end well. Sees you? That's odd. I thought an actress of your stature could handle any role in any situation perfectly. Even if it's not on stage, prepared in advance. Even if it's not on a stage. What? Oh well, if you can't do it, I'll just have to find another way. Wait. Are you doubting my skills right now? Rude doesn't even describe your behavior. You just wait here. I'll make you eat your words and apologize to me by getting that information. This should be the 5th shop. Come to think of it, it seems I got angry and got caught up in that man's tomfoolery again. Alright, since it's come to this, I'll make sure to flatten that stubby nose of his. May the Lord's grace be with you. I heard this shop handles mana stones. Are you supernatural? Not me, but supernaturals inevitably need mana stones to survive. But most of them can't afford to even pay for one. It's the same for the middle class as well. One day, if a family member suddenly becomes a supernatural, then it's a quick fall to the lower class. Some of the children being even abandoned to orphanages. The church is running a small orphanage, and a few days ago, a child got a mark. The priest suggests sending that child away before any problems arose, but the child was too young for us not to take it in. It's all in vain. The price of mana stones just keeps going up. Eventually, that poor child will end up back on the street. But still, if there's anything I could do for the child... What are you trading in? I brought a silver candle holder used for mass. The priest said it was over 100 years old. It's authentic. Follow me quietly. I know a supplier. At the Golden Dawn Underground Temple. Golden Dawn? What is this place? Welcome to the Temple of the Golden Dawn, pagan. The Golden Dawn? How strange. I was told there was only one national religion that was recognized in this kingdom. But their doctrine cannot save anyone. Magnum opus, the Golden Dawn knows alchemy that can transmute mana circles. Stones, my bad. Thus, we were able to bring real salvation to the poor. Transmute mana stones? How's that possible? The procedure is rather simple. Negrito. First, it goes through the blackening process. Albedo. Then purified into white. Rubedo. And finally, we transmute them into crimson mana stones. Supernaturals are viewed with hatred in London. They need mana stones to survive, but no one is willing to provide them with costly mana stones. However, Order is different. Is that really mana stones? What do you think? Would you be willing to join us, sister? September 30th, 1888, London, Whitechapel, midnight. Somebody help me! The Midnight Killer! Yeah, death. The third one. A message left behind, just like the man said. Next is... Alas, the next offering's location is nearby. But the police are closing in. I need to be more cautious from now on. It's best not to get carried away. Huh? It is you again. Oh, ye woeful fool. Decisions may be easy to overturn, but regret remains forever. So stop your foolishness now. Don't make me laugh. Until all vengeance is fulfilled. Until I'm reunited with the child who died unjustly. I will not stop, no matter what! Everything according to the script. Interesting, we have two things colliding with each other. One day he received a royal order from the Queen. September 30th, midnight at the Whitechapel. If it's midnight, why the fuck's the sun out? Another writing was left. It's the Midnight Killer. It's already his third victim. Why would a young man be out so late? You get what you asked for. Does the Midnight Killer only kill supernaturals? Then this time... Hey, don't damage the scene! Hey, get out of the way! You're interfering with the investigation! Wait, you are... Nice to meet you all, officers of Scotland Yard. I'm Lieutenant Frederick Alberline, the one in charge of this case by royal decree. We've been waiting for you, Lieutenant Alberline. The scene is this way. Huh? Why is the captain so intimidated by that lieutenant? You idiot. Weren't you told to let the person named Alberline inspect the scene without any questions? What? Then that? Yeah, that's the man. The man, the myth, the legend. The guy with the royal seal. The cause of death was a fatal wound from a sharp metal weapon. The victim from the previous cases have numerous stab wounds, but this one died with one strike. The murderer must have been in a hurry. The mutilated body part was their left thigh. It should be where her mark was. Also, the writing left behind at the scene is... Right, just as I expected. Now, the meaning is clear. The next victim will probably be... This is a glass shard. The victim's clothes and shoes have mud on them. This isn't where the victim was first attacked. I assumed she was chased after and being attacked somewhere else. The culprit should still be within the police pursuit range. Search the Trams River. However, absolutely do not provoke the culprit even if you find him. Worst case scenario. There's a possibility that the culprit will commit additional crimes. Understood. Meanwhile, find the supernaturals with characteristics I wrote down and protect them. Wait. Alberline. Even we at Scotland Yard haven't fully identified all the supernaturals. As you know, the mark suddenly appears. This is true. Nevertheless, it is an important matter. I'd like to ask you to do whatever the police is capable of. Anyway, Swan is running later than I expected. Perhaps I should go look for her. An air garden? That's enough, Colonel. Long time no see, my nemesis. How strange seeing you in London. I heard you were supposed to be in France. Wait a minute, is that... Wait, the professor is also in exile? Of course. Are you involved in this case as I expect you are? I'm sure you know better than I do who I'm in London while hiding my identity. Professor Moriarty. My nemesis. Yeah, I'm not surprised we have this world's Sherlock Holmes and the fucking professor. To Arachnid's fratricide is not unusual. Let's see. We'll go with that one. Then we'll go with... You know, it's been a while since I used her. Let me see if I can find her quick. There you are, Ellie, and then... You know what? Fucking Deuce. Why not? I didn't know Charlotte had a bar with such a nice atmosphere. How did you even find out about a place like this? You're amazing, Miss Swan. The owner here knows how to hold his tongue. I frequent this place whenever I want to drink quietly. As long as you're not too loud, you can have more drinks tonight. Really? But a drink here costs more than my monthly paycheck. Don't worry, I know how to treat my people. I'm at a bar with good vibes, good booze, and a famous actress sitting next to me. But where are all the handsome men? Do you think I'll be able to find someone new to get married to this year? I didn't know my manager was looking for someone to marry. If you go to this address, you'll be able to meet a CEO who looks great in a suit and makes a lot of money. Really? Yes. Let me know how it went later. I love you, Swan. You're really my savior. And she passed out. Right on time. This way. Oh my. I thought it was a joke when a famous person said she wanted to buy information from me. Oh, it's this guy. I didn't expect to meet such a person in a place like this. I'm a fan of yours, Swan Claire. Thank you for answering my call. Sit. Coincidentally, there's an empty seat. Oh, there's an empty seat here. A handsome man who looks good in a suit. Handsome man. Who is this weird girl on the floor? Don't worry, she's just my alibi. Your alibi? Firstly, I don't have much time, so please understand if I'm a little rude. Rude? What do you mean? In the recent granola incident, you kidnapped one Louise Snyder. Perhaps there was something the Granola Department of National Security instigated against you, pilgrims. And the failed attempt at using the kidnapped Louise as a negotiation card was your decision. What kind of nonsense are you saying? I'm not done yet. Since you unintentionally failed the operation, your position within the organization will diminish accordingly. However, you know something that'll make up for that mistake. That's why you haven't left Granola and are staying close by. Let's hear more of this. Gladly. Granola was just through a couple of coups, meaning that it's currently in a state that is no different from anarchy. But, ironically, the Department of National Security and the rebels want the same thing. The one side wants hero propaganda, while the other wants to steal special gear. Both are now trying to track the hero with the Medal of Honor, Sergeant Christina. And you seem to have a guess as to where she's hiding. Given your personality, you are probably biding your time to make the most of it. Isn't that right, Tal Fista? I'm impressed. You can tell as if you were beside me. Or do all actresses as famous as you know how to read minds? How'd you figure that out? How I know is the least of your worries. The important thing is that you have the information I need. I don't understand why you're interested in them, but... Very well, I'll give you what you want, but what will you give me in return? This is a place to trade information. If you hand over what you know, then I'll give you information of equal worth. Information? There's nothing I want to know. It's about the Red Moon phenomenon and your clan. What? Due to personal matters, I've been gathering all the information I can about the moon. So naturally, I found out about you. The reason why you left the White West to join the Pilgrims in the first place, or why you even started dabbling with the elixir. It all started from there, no? Are you interested now, Fawcett? Are you ready to negotiate now? Interesting. I love how all the storylines tie in when I recognize certain characters and shit. I like this world building a lot. A few days later, Granola Border. Okay, so that's how she learned to know where that is. I love this. This is really just explaining everything. Oh, Nina! Oh, the frontiersman. Oh, it's been so long. Your appearances are rare. Oh, you're in disguise. Okay, makes sense. I have the location of Sergeant Christina Betch and Lee Schneider. Richard will be swamped with work. He'll arrive in Shardade when the League is about to end. Then, that means I have some time before I handle the Grand Dimensional Crevice. It's a good time to find the lead role. What's all this fuss about? Oh, Helmsworth. Come at me! Bring it on! I can do this all day! This old man, why don't you stay still? Hey, don't shoot. We need him alive if we want to get paid. But boss, this old man keeps resisting. How are we? Ah! You bastards! Listen carefully. This is Helmsworth talking. Back in my day! Got the crap. This old man's so loud. Oh, I see something over there. Is that dimensional ship you were talking? Is that the dimensional ship you were talking about, boss? Are you the Coffin Company? Oh yes, and are you here to see our boss? Nice to meet you. I'm Noel Wright, the newest recruit to Fenrir Squad. Noel? You're Noel? And that means those two over there are Fletcher and Lakia. Fletcher, it seems our team's already famous, even in Granola. Yeah, you're all the higher-ups are talking about. Some grade 3 citizens acting all arrogant like they own the place. Boss, why are they reacting so aggressively? Did I do something to offend the guests again? No need to worry, Noel. These aren't the people I'm waiting for. I knew it. Not a day goes by peacefully, does it? Did Max Corp send you? Playing dirty, eh? Watch it, Felice. They're all armed with your bullets, while we only have non-lethal weapons. Real bullets are paintballs. It's all the same when you hit them with the stock. Why, you scared? Nope. It's a perfect warm-up before the real match. I'm heading to the transport aircraft. Cover me! Yeah, this is the tie-in with that stuff. I really like it when we get the overlapping events and shit. And then we unleash the Deuce. Oh, dead immediately. And look, I just spotted my first boy, too. That's funny. Oh, shit. Noel Wright. You seem more nimble than the last time I saw you. It's not just that. Your chemistry with those two have gotten better. I'm certain that through the Gauntlet Lead, you've reached new heights. Yes. I didn't expect to meet you here like this, but everything according to the script. How the hell do you know her exactly? What the fuck is your history? Now, shall I observe what happens next? Hold it right there. Playtime's over. That. Phew, took longer than expected to capture him alive. He's got one mean punch for an old man. Now step away from the aircraft if you know what's good for you. Or else this old man is gonna... What was that for? That hurt! Shut up. Don't even know that old geezer. What are you trying to pull? What? Then are you okay with killing this old man? The only ones not okay would be his insurance company. And who knows, maybe he's on the same team as you. You can't be serious right now! Coach, this is the contact you were talking about. Is that him? I don't think so. Luca, the coach doesn't know him. Shoot him. Ah, my eyes! Damn it, stop shooting me! Hey you, aren't you the ones who requested the hunk of metal be repaired? I'm the guy who fixed her up, so don't you dare think about starting her engine when there's a hole between my eyes. What? A subcontract? Like, that's gonna fool anyone. So where's this contact of yours? I could ask the same thing. I could ask you the same thing. I was just kidnapped and... What was that? Who's blowing up the carriage without my orders? It's alright. Your orders only came out as errors anyway. Say what? Coffin Company's boss, I presume. You're too old. You look different than the records I received. The president asked to handle this as silently as possible. The entire group is under investigation after the Quaffle game. The president is very talented, so I'm not worried about her at all. However, there's no need to create new problems by wearing a uniform of my affiliation. You bastards, how dare you ignore me! This is Gamma, we got a problem here, I need immediate backup! This is Gamma, we got a problem here, I need immediate backup! What? How do you have our comms? Took me a while to arrive because I was busy taking care of your backup waiting to ambush us. Now you're the only one left. Then, that spider mark, it can't be! Stay away from me! Come any closer and I'll kill him! And don't worry, I don't take pleasure in torturing people. So throw down your weapons and surrender. Ah, that hurt. What do we do now, boss? What do we tell the client? What do you mean, what do we do now? Don't you already know how this plays out? If we fail, we get rid of ourselves from the dark network and lay low for a couple of months. Ah, damn it. Never thought I'd see a former member of Arachnid. Thank God we got the payment in advance due to this job being an urgent one, but that was close. Are those Arachnid people that strong? They're about to pee your pants, boss. Shut up. It's only 'cause you don't know. The Arachnid is a famous mercenary squad from back in Lotus. Murder, arson, kidnapping, unauthorized drives, artifact smuggling, you name it. They were called mercenaries, but as expected from Lotus. There was just a group of gangs who were crazy. Come to think of it, all the mercenaries from Lotus had their uniform names or codes named after insects. Yeah, that's all started with the Arachnids. But that's a thing of the past. The Arachnids had an internal dispute which eventually led to their disbanding. You heard of the Scavengers, right? There's a rumor that after the Arachnids disbanded, the majority of the Traitors members underwent body modification and joined the Scavengers. Scavengers? Those lunatics? Anyway, just letting you know, little one. Once you get involved with the Arachnids or Scavengers while working as a mercenary, your life ends. Do you remember the girl's eyes? She was pretty cute, but her eyes were those of a killer. If I did back down there, we'd all be... Sorry that I have the eyes of a killer. Just know that I did my best to look as gentle as possible. Arachnid lady! Did you head back with your friends? I decided to stay here for personal reasons. I still have business here, you see. And by business, you mean? Is it us? Rest assured, I won't find pleasure even if I hung you all. Right? But instead, I want to ask for your cooperation on something. Cooperation? Us? Is that a no? Of course not! We're thrilled to help you! Just say the word! I heard a rumor that a Category 5 Demogrog was defeated here recently. And that there is a ship of the Shadow stranded somewhere in the border. Ma'am? Are you talking about Chorus by chance? Yes. I think that was the name of it. Give me a second. That place has 2 strong corruption rays for residentials to enter. Also, there's rumors about the scavengers crawling there looking for parts. Wait, the scavengers, are you? It doesn't matter. You just need to be my guide, then get out. I'll be the only one getting on the lost ship Chorus. This is a personal matter after all. That means the arachnids are going after the scavengers? That'd be interesting. She did leave for a little bit and then came back, so interesting if that's the case. Chorus, song and dance on stage. This will be your role on the stage of called Chorus. Yeah, I figured it was going to be Claire under the skies again. Let's go with Dragon Boy. Alright, let's go, bitches. We have arrived, ma'am! The corruption rays are too strong, and I don't think we can go any further from here. Okay, good work. Here's your pay. Think of it as gas money. Thank you! Good luck! Bye! Yesterday's enemy is today's ally, huh? Damn, guess that's what it means to be a pro-mercenary, huh? But why does she even want to go to such a dangerous place? That's why you're still a punk. It's because the vengeful Lodi Spider is gonna sink her venomous fangs into the scavengers. What? Maybe. We might soon face a tremendous revenge here. Yep, I figured it was Swan. Chorus. After Juratry went through the bankruptcy proceedings, I saw related documents when stealing their research material. The shadows that controlled Juratry behind the scenes spent immense capital to salvage the lost ship. This was originally a ship used in Iliasum's world, but of course, it can't be used as it is because it was abandoned in the counterside for all this time. Excluding the external mainframe, Juratry's technology was used extensively to remodel and repair it. And the inevitable problems that arise as a result are compatibility of parts, non-standard OS, a reinterpretation of the ship for mass production, and so on. For one reason or another, Horus has become an entirely different ship after Juratry got his hands on it. The majority of it now resembles a similar structure to that of the administration ships. Though the ship was built to be operated by shadows, the engineers who fixed it were from this world, after all. Yes, for instance, the design of the ship's engines and its main weapon, the high-powered cannon, being connected in series. This is the typical administration standard ship design. The administration ships had to support anti-CO warfare with high-output, powerful weapons. The original Chorus would never have been designed this way. To them, their special objective of amplifying their members' performance was of more importance. This is where the two sides' technological gaps start to show. Accordingly, they needed a separate device to bridge the gap between the original Chorus's design and theirs. Elysium's Shadows had a device that resonated and expanded the reach of the corruption rays generated by their performing. So, I'm certain there must be a converter that turns the cannon's energy into a different form of energy. If I could just emulate that converter. Coordinator of the Lighthouse. Are you saying that all I have to do is leak the information about this device's existence to the location of the Knights of Redemption? Yes. You don't need to reveal anything specific, however. Just let them come up with their way to use it. Then, shouldn't you at least tell me what the device is, Commander? Of course, Swan. The lighthouse is a coordinate signaler made by the administration to break through the imaginary space. Break through the imaginary space? By expanding the input wave with high output, it provides fixed coordinates to the imaginary space, where the coordinates get distorted by the hour. It's not a bad idea, but it was never implemented due to a flaw. I think I know what you're talking about. Fixing the coordinates in imaginary space is the same as exposing your location to the COs. I don't know who made it, but it seems to make the name Lighthouse meaningless. Bright as ever, Swan. But not as all as it seems. The lighthouse is still a lighthouse after all. What do you mean? Ever heard of the phase of perception shift? It may be unsuited for humans to find a way, but it can show a path to even the blind losers, depending on how one uses it. The blind losers, huh? Good. The converter is not damaged. However, I need a quaffle factor and a separate power source. The device has the same principle. I might be able to spread the quaffle factor's wavelengths like the lighthouse. And if that is possible, I need to see the converter working with my own eyes to imitate the device's features with paranormal, whatever. Just as I expected. The OS is the administration's standard operating procedure. The engine doesn't have much power, but it's still alive. Maybe. Before that, it seems that some unexpected guests have arrived. I was wondering who would dare mess with our stuff, but I never thought I'd find a blue rose in a pile of scrap. May I ask for your autograph, senorita? Aside from wanting my autograph, your greetings seem a bit rough, don't you think? The scavenger's rule number 1. Whoever tries to steal from us get their wrist chopped off. Even if that person is a famous celebrity from Charlotte. So, instead of your autograph, I think I'll take that hand of yours. Wow, is that for real? Is that really Swan? Oh man, look at those long and thin fingers! Can't wait to chop them off! Good timing. I also have a rule of my own. My rule is that anyone who sees my face behind the stage will not be spared. That's funny. So please, make sure to sing and dance as the lead role will soon appear. That will be your roles on the stage called Chorus. Oh, that was an excellent timing with the build-up. From the fucking music, too. Just an army of glitches and overflow. And down in 30 seconds. Nice. You're strong. But something doesn't feel right. It's as if you're biding your time. Why are you only blocking our attacks? You have quite a keen eye. The ship of the year in Ishim's Shadows, course, was designed to amplify the orchestra's performance. And just before you arrived, I finished the preparations for the performance. Sounds are waves. The clanging of metal against metal, the roar of the boost hammer. The explosion right after sparks fly. And your screams and maniacal laughter. All waves played here will get mixed with the residential corruption waves and spread outward. You activated the chorus's wave amplifier. But what meaning does it have? Can't only those shadows use it? Well, to someone who's about to get off the stage, perhaps it is meaningless. To me, the final act has significant meaning. A blackout! The ship's power has been completely cut off. But I checked myself that the converter is still working. In other words, your chorus ends here. Then, please leave the stage. I'm sorry, did the fucking ship explode? Basically. Just as I thought. I knew she'd show up if I used the Ethereum's residential corrupted rays, remaining on course as bait. Moors? Everything according to the script. Finally, our lead actress has arrived. Moors. So you did that to lure out Moors. Man, the fucking prep you fucking go through for the shit you pulled in episode 11. The goddess of oblivion has forbidden me to forget. Alright, back into the past. 2 o'clock already, huh? September 30th, 1888. Golden Dawn's underground temple at midnight. Okay. It should be okay now. I can't believe they're giving away those expensive mana stones just for joining the Order. I'm not sure how the Golden Dawn is able to create mana stones, but they should be able to attract the supernaturals they need mana stones. The issue at hand now is how I'm going to obtain the list of their members. Hold on. Why am I thinking about this so seriously? This is his job, not mine. Why should I care about the Midnight Killer? Because although I saw from afar, I'll always be cheering for you. I'm actually a fan of yours. Above all else. Isn't the fact that you and I met like this an excellent rebuttal? Haha, that is correct. I knew you'd show potential. My eyes were never wrong. Why am I thinking about him? Get a hold of yourself, Swan. You won't see that sly man ever again if you get that photo back, right? Okay, I'll just tell him what I found out and get it back. I think I've done enough to get the photo back. Where am I? Fog is too dense and I lost my sense of direction. Huh? A squish? I think I stepped on something that feels squishy. Is it... It's a corpse? And the head is gone. What? There's a message written in blood. Past the 4th ordeal. She will become iron-heated in flame. 4th? That means this corpse is... the Midnight Killer's doing? 4th one, huh? Footsteps? I'm gonna get caught if I don't hide. The pocket watch my grandpa left me granted me with the ability of a perfect memory. I remember everything. Thanks to that, I was able to perfectly recite any script or song, and even imitate an actor's expression just by seeing it once. As an actress, it was without a doubt a blessing. That is why I instinctively knew. The dusk moonlight, the night fog seeping into my skin repulsively, the stench of metallic blood, and also... Yep, you had Moors pop up in your world. The foul stench of the plague grows ever thicker. Will this realm reach the apocalypse as well? That's... strange being with pitch-black armor and a plate-hot blade. Anyone who encounters that, of which is far removed of London's scenery, will realize that being is not of this world, and that something, and is something that closely remembers a monster. But I do not idly sit by. I will smite the sinner as my atonement. The dusk moonlight, the night fog seeping into my skin repulsively, the stench of metallic blood, the writhing in blood in the helpless corpse, and the black armor with glowing red eyes as if tearing blood. I remember everything, regardless of my will. My eyes greedily seek information and engrave the scenes of madness into my mind. As a human, this must be a curse that carves away one's soul. Who is it? Huh? Over here, Swan! Mary Jade? Get up or you're going to die! Huh? Mary Jade, what are you doing here? Night of foolishness. The eons it has endured were only filled with regret and anguish. Yet regret and anguish do not reveal everything. I mean, revert everything. Yeah, sure. Am I fighting Moors? I'm fighting Moors. Okay. Go that way, and then I want a fucking ranger. Since I'm fighting Moors... I'll go with Sion. Why not? Okay, do the thing. Let's go. Oh, shit. Who is it? Who dares touch the vile ship made by the orchestra? The ship has been stranded, yet it reeks like a chest filled with the stench of the plague. Anyone careless enough to open that chest is bound to have evil intentions. I see. It seems you don't remember me. I was anticipating this, but I'm disappointed that my prediction turned out to be right. Because since that day, I've never forgotten about you. You are... Very well. I don't know then, but I know now. That the obsession that drives you, an already fallen shadow, is regret. You repeat your regrets while wandering countless worlds without any solution. To you, my world is one of many failures that couldn't stop the Demon Lord. And that you are the one who created the Demon Lord Tauragron. I will not deny my foolish deeds, even if what awaits me at the end is nothing but regret. I will fight for atonement. Look, you're showing that attitude again. You don't know what I'm hiding or my purpose. You are alone, isolated. No one to understand you, and not wanting help from others. As a result, you've taken upon yourself a problem that you cannot handle on your own. All you do is say that you will not repeat your regrets. Atonement? So what? Does your atonement have even an ounce of serenity? If you had arrived a little earlier, if you had said the truth a little sooner, then we would have had a different ending. I do not know what grudge you hold anymore, but this too must be the result of my foolish actions. I will not make excuses, so come. It seems I was the foolish one. I expected too much from a CO. Even then, and even now. I wish to cut your head and crush that core of yours, but you play the most important role in my script. So today is merely rehearsal for the main show. That stench, the stench that should not exist, cannot be. Did you? Now, let us begin. I hope you will not be late like last time. The foolish night. Alright, here comes my Oni. And rich bitch is dead, which I kind of expected, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, man, she's fallen. Oh, Swan almost got killed there. Meanwhile, Charlotte Dade's Commercial District second elimination match. The third match of the elimination starts. Factory has the upper hand. Without Tactical's ace, the difference in power is just too much. Why did their ace suddenly drop out, I wonder? Got scared and ran away. Counter my foot. What about my money? Your fault for betting on Tactical. Gauntlet is about who has the better sponsor anyway. With Platinum supporting Factory, the winner's already chosen. Oh, and just as I was about to answer, the third match goes to Factory. Alright, everyone who bet on Tactical, get ready. Get ready to pay up, okay? Why is there a CO? Ah! I saw the results of the match. What happened to him? As ordered, I killed, then ate. No corpse found. Humans didn't chase. Serves him right. How dare he transfer to another team after we praised him a little as our ace? He should have taken the deal we offered to increase his salary. Anyway, a murder without evidence. How useful. Alright, come back then, CO. Human, I'm curious. To kill your own kind, why do you ask? The CO asking questions. What did those bastards at the Northern Union create? Imitating a human? Disgusting. Very well, I'll answer your question. Humans do not act without something in return. Usually. The idiot you killed asked for more than he should have. Something in return. That goes the same for you, CO. I own you. With the click of a button, your core will be shattered and you will be no more. So, always know your place. This is what we call worldly wisdom. Worldly wisdom. And that is the end of Act 2. Act 3 begins back in the past, from the pits of hell. Fun. But that'll be where I leave off for next week. Oh, I just noticed that was on. My bad. I don't know if the one overlaid the other. I do apologize if that was the case. I don't think so. But that's just something I'm doing in the background quick after stream here. But anyway. Oh, shit. My bad. Okay. Alright, guys. That's going to be it for now. It does seem like my schedule with work is going to be the same like it's been right now, which I expected to be the case for roughly this month. So, next Thursday, we'll be continuing with this counter side, the Swan song, and I'm very intrigued by it. I like this backstory shit. I like seeing how Swan got her plan together that I fucking crushed in episode 11. It's very nice, very cool, very awesome. And then later today, we'll be continuing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh, it's nice cracking my back there. We're doing the DLC stuff, so I don't know how long that's gonna take, but we're done with the main story. Just the main story itself, I'm like, I could use more Peloponnesian War in my Peloponnesian War game. But I mean, it's not bad, not the best, not the best Assassin's Creed game I've played in terms of story. Not the worst though. Gameplay wise, I'm having fun. But it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game, per se. I don't know, but it is what it is. Yeah, so is how it is for now. I basically just moved back a day. Wednesdays will be Total War streams, probably sleeping in because Tuesdays I'm technically doing like at least 2 doubles a fucking week. My paycheck's gonna be cool, but yeah, it's gonna be like, oh, this last few days I've been doing basically I did 3 technically because of the fucking shift, but it is what it is too. As for Fridays, cause I do work in the afternoon, well, late afternoon, go out and scare people. I might do stream watches on Fridays. I might feel like working on SWOTOR. I don't know. I might just keep that day to myself too. Who the fuck knows, man? Though there are a few things I do want to stream watch and work on and stuff too at some fucking point here. But we'll see what happens. In any case, thanks people for coming by, at least saying hello. I do appreciate it. You guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn time zone you guys are in. And we will see you all again next time, whenever the hell I stream. So bye bye. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.